I'm Nora Nakintelabi. This is the Ashanti Regional Office of the Food and Drugs Authority. As an institution, there are laws and we regulate, and then standards. There are laws and standards and we regulate those and ensure that whatever regulated products are coming into our country are of the nature as prescribed by the standard. We also ensure that whatever is being distributed and sold are also in the state and condition as required by standard and are safe for the consumers. Expired products are products whose shelf life has expired. It means that if anything expired, it means its active life is over, and so, or its useful life is over. So any product whose shelf life has expired or is exhausted is a product that has expired. There are various categories of items that we buy. We buy food products, we buy fresh food products, we buy frozen foods, we buy canned foods, we buy foods that are in other form of packages. And so for every type of products, what to look out for, there may be things that cut across, and then there are things that are personal to the type of product. And so if you are buying farm produce, what to look out for is different from when you are buying canned produce. So if you're buying farm produce, then for example, you are buying fresh vegetable for use in your home or in your catering facility for whatever reason. But so long as it's for consumption, for human consumption, then you are supposed to ensure that whatever you are buying doesn't have any foreign matter on it, doesn't have sand, stones, leaves, it's not rotten, it doesn't smell. So you don't go out of your way to buy rotten tomatoes and say that because you're going to cook it, then the cooking process makes it safe. The cooking process doesn't make it safe. Some of the microorganisms, the pathogenic microorganisms, produce toxins. Microbial toxins are like poisons produced by germs. And so these poisons, when consumed, lead to various health repercussions. Even if the germs itself, the microorganism itself, doesn't make you sick, which most of them do, their toxins would. Some of the toxins may not affect you today, but there's a cumulative effect. So as they accumulate in your body, they lead to various sorts of very serious health problems, which we don't want. And so we advise people not to buy. When buying, let's buy from a clean environment. The environment has a direct impact on the product. And so let's buy from environments that are clean. Let's not buy produce that are fresh produce or vegetables that are on the floor, on the bare ground. Let's try and buy the ones that you can see visually, and let's not buy the damaged ones. And then if we are buying canned or packaged products are products that have been processed probably to a certain extent and are packed in either a box, a bottle, or a can, or any other packaging that may be available, a Tetra Pak, anything that may be available out there. Those products have shelf lives. It means that the person who produces will tell you that my product is best used before a certain time, or my product expired by a certain date. When we say product expires by a certain date, it means that the manufacturer is telling you that this item A that I have manufactured, you can use it from today that I have manufactured it till next year, that is 1 year. That means today is 24th December 2019. That means that the product will expire, if the shelf life is for 1 year, then the product will expire 23rd December 2020. It means that the manufacturer is telling you that by 23rd December 2020, the product that has been manufactured, the manufacturers cannot guarantee its safety if they say best before. It means that at that time, I'm telling you that my product is best used before that date. If it is expiry, then I'm telling you that my product cannot be used after the date on the product. And so that is what we as consumers, sometimes in the season as we are in now, people reduce the prices drastically when they realize that the shelf life has very limited space. I mean, the shelf life is almost up. Then we as consumers, because the prices are cheap, we run on and buy. Now, there's no law against reducing your prices to sell. There's no law against products that will expire 31st December for the client to sell them today, 24th. It's only after 31st December, that means 1st January, then the product cannot be presented for sale. That means that we as consumers, when we go out on the field, we should take our time. If you are buying anything and you feel that I can use it within the shelf life that is left, please, by all means, buy it. But if you think that you cannot use the whole quantity within the stipulated time, please buy just what you can use. Because invariably, the product may not have expired on the market, but it ends up expiring in our homes. And most of the time, when we have them in our homes, we don't take the time to look at the expiry dates frequently, so that we realize we don't get the product expired before we use them. Again, when you are buying a canned product, now there are these easy opened bottles or cans that are on the market, whereby you don't need the tin opener that we were using when we were young. These products can easily open. It means that as they can easily open, bad handling practices can lead to them breaking. And so sometimes you see the product and there's liquid or moisture of salt on it. If there is anything like that, then you cannot use the product. Any product that shows signs of damaged, you are paying for the packaging as you're paying for the product. And so in as much as people will say, oh, it's not the packaging that you're not going to consume. Yes, but you're paying for it. So if I'm paying for something, I'd rather take the best you have there. So let's ensure that whatever we are taking is not dented. And those of us who sell, please, when these things happen, most of the distributors are willing to take them back. I think we don't take them to them. And so let's ensure that if the product is damaged in any way, the can is dented. Maybe you are holding a can of mackerel, it dropped, and so the can has become very dented. The moment indented, we cannot assure the safety of the product. That means that even though the expiry date has not reached, the product has not expired in the real sense of the word, because the packaging has been damaged, it just renders the product unsafe. And that applies to medicines and any other regulated products. Expired products in town are products that are close to expiry. But be that as it may, if you find a product that is expired, for instance, as you walk into Idum right now, and then you find somebody selling a product that expired maybe 30th September, that product shouldn't be on the market. If it is on the market, then you inform the appropriate authority. You inform the Food and Drugs Authority, you can inform the police service, and the appropriate action will be taken. There are punishments under the Public Health Act where you can be given a fine or you can be given a prison term or both if a court of competent jurisdiction finds you guilty of the offense. Yeah, so let's go and celebrate the season, the birth of Christ with our families and friends and loved ones. But whilst we do, if you are at a party, hot food must be eaten hot and cold food must be eaten cold. That means that any food that is prepared hot should be served hot. We shouldn't wait for the items to get so cold, because as the product gets cold, the microorganisms start multiplying in them, and that is why most of us have experienced it. You go to the party, you come home, and in the night you have this huge stomach cramps and you are running diarrhea and sometimes with vomiting and other things. That's because we ate contaminated food at the premises. Those of us that cook, the caterers, let's ensure that we cook in hygienic conditions, in hygienic surroundings. Let's wash our hands as frequently as we can with soap and potable water, that's drinking water. And also, it means that cold food must be eaten cold. So you don't prepare a salad and keep it at ambient temperature. In Ghana, ambient temperature is more than 30, 35. And so keeping it out there is not safe, because at that temperature, the germs can multiply rapidly. And so any food that is prepared and has to be served hot must be served hot. And if it has to be served cold, it must be served cold. And we should just be careful whilst we are shopping. We should just be careful when we go out what we eat, where we buy our produce from. And I think we will all be happy and safe, and the new year will come and meet all of us strong and healthy. I would first send my season's greetings to our CEO, Mrs. Delis Darko, and her management team, and wish all of them well, and say thank you for being a good lead, leading all of us till this point. And we pray that as we enter the new season or the new year, all of us will ensure that we do the right thing to keep the Ghanaian public safe. And also to my team in Ashanti region, I thank them. I wish them well. I wish them a joyful Christmas and a very happy and successful New Year. And to my family, my husband and my children, I say Merry Christmas.